from Capital Games directly responding to the feedback that we have been sending, just showering upon them in relation to Galactic Challenges. Now, this actually really impresses me, and it probably shouldn't impress me because this should be the kind of thing that we see all the time from a development studio. With them, we just don't see much communication, and so color me impressed this time that they're responding to it. Let's make this a regular occasion, CG, huh? Let's keep going on dates like this. I like this. I think this is working out. Let's talk about this post. This is coming in from Crumb, and I'm really happy about this because I think that they are responding to some of the areas that I think they really need to be focusing on if this is going to be a success. And so it's not super long, but I think it's worth making a video on to talk about. And every time we see something that I know some of you guys want me to be on a crusade and just lambast CG no matter what. And I don't have a ton of love for them, but I still want to call out stuff that I like. This is communication that I absolutely like, and I'm going to call it out. This is great. Please, more of this, more communication. Be transparent. Fill us in on where your mind is at, and maybe do it a little sooner. Although this is, before the second iteration of Galactic Challenges that we have going out tonight at midnight Pacific Standard Time, which, by the way, I will be streaming live as that goes out on Twitch. So, all right, let's read the post. Enough foreplay. Thank you for all of the great feedback on Galactic Challenges so far. We've been reviewing your comments and your rage, I should add, along with our data, and there are several areas we are looking to make change. All right, that is very, very good to hear. I say, do it. We want to finish this exhibition to gather as much data as possible before we start tinkering with the system, and I think that's fair. I kind of expect that. If we're expecting them to change a ton of stuff mid-form, I don't know if that's realistic, but so let's just keep giving them the feedback, and then hopefully when things start up again after we've cycled through everything, it'll be better. I'm willing to wait so that we can give them a lot of good feedback and get them all the data and stuff that they need to make these changes. Here we go. But one of the most beneficial parts of using our new tools is that it enables us to respond to your feedback faster. A large part of this journey was building the tools and framework needed. I love how they finally said the word framework. They denied once upon a time that there was a framework issue, but I'm going to call this an admission of guilt. They're even using the terminology now. So a large part of this journey was building the tools and framework needed to create more events efficiently. But the next steps are all about expanding the variety and complexity of Galactic Challenges. We are already working to expand faction, planets, feats, and modifiers over time, and we will likely be making additional changes before the next set of events. Okay, great. The next set. So we're going to see all of the planets, I guess, that they've got on the schedule, and then we'll see some changes. So just get that in your head right now and accept it. I think that's fair. I'm going to say I'm okay with waiting and seeing all the planets first. Rewards are where we have the most concern. I would say us too. From the initial inception of Galactic Challenges, we plan to evolve the rewards over time, but there are some rewards that just don't feel valuable. Looking at you, Simticus. Thank the Lord for mentioning that. And also, how about those Mark 1 stun guns? I can't let go of this Mark 1 stun gun thing. I'm not going to let this go. Why is that in an elite event? Part of this is due to the fact that we tune the rewards conservatively for this exhibition. So, thanks for calling that out, Capital Games. That makes me feel better. I want better rewards than this for even the exhibition, but I like that you have told us now that these events are not where they're going to be for the real thing. This is an exhibition. That would have been nice to hear at the beginning, I think, because then I don't think we would have panicked quite as much, but at least we know now, so now we can panic less. So those were they were conservatively for the exhibition, and this would be somewhat mitigated by running events more frequently in the future. Somewhat mitigate. I don't see that. More frequently, maybe. I don't need any more Mark 1 stun guns or sim tickets, though. But we are reviewing all the rewards for this event across the board, but particularly at the low tiers. Please look at the high tiers as well. That would be cool. Related to this, we've heard your feedback on the proportion of rewards for completing a tier versus the feats. We will be re-examining this ratio closely. Gear feats were intended to reward players for building up their roster and provide value over time. The current format feels at odds with the more event-specific nature of the other feats. So I'm going to interpret this. This to me sounds like they're going to examine this whole Relic 5 nut punch that they've decided to give us. Let me put that in layman's terms for you guys. We realized that you guys don't like getting kicked in the nuts with gear requirements in everything. And so we're going to reevaluate that. I really hope they just get rid of those gear feats. This bullcrap about rewarding you for leveling up your roster doesn't sit well with anyone. Even somebody who had all of the Relic 5 Sith, I didn't want that to be a feat. I want a challenge. I don't want to just be like, all right, you've got the 5 Relic 5 characters. Now the next event, you don't have Relic 5 characters, so no reward for you. No soup for you. That doesn't sit well with me or very many people, I think. And so hopefully they just abolish it completely. The last area I'll mention today is event duration. I think we can all agree that 7 days is too long for this type of event, and we will be gathering more data over the next few weeks as you get your hands on the shorter duration events. Our current thinking is that Galactic Challenges will likely run for 2 to 3 days, but we'll be watching your feedback over the next events. I'm going to hope for 2 days, even 1 day, especially with where the rewards are at. But tune the rewards up enough and add the replayability. This is something I really want you guys to be considering, Capital Games, as you're doing this. I know you don't listen to what I say, but if there's somebody there, if there's somebody who's in the back of the room, who still watches me, that can raise his hand and say, I've got an idea. Don't tell him it came from me. Just raise your hand, say it's your idea. Just say, hey, what if we made the event more replayable, gave more incentive to play the event more than once? Can you be that guy? I'm talking to you, CG guy in the back who doesn't hate me. Can you just raise your hand in the next meeting? Don't tell him it came from me. And just find ways to add that replayable value, because right now you say it's replayable. You've technically made it replayable, but I felt zero drive to go in and play this content, and all of it was something we could all knock out, and end game players at least, in a matter of 10 15 minutes. That doesn't give us a whole lot more to do, and I think that's one of the biggest things that we need right now, and Galactic Challenges has the potential to do that. It has the potential to do that. Anyway, I digress. So they're looking at 2 to 3 day events. That's shorter. That's better. This was too long, and I'm glad to see that they realize that. Thank you again for your extensive feedback. And as a reminder that this is only our initial read on Galactic Challenges, we will continue to read and watch. Watch! Guys, look at this word right here. Watch. They're watching. Are you watching my videos still, CG? They're watching. We're making a difference, Cubs fan. And we're eager to see the results for the next events. All right, look. This is a great post. I'm really happy with this. I'm giving you guys crap right now, and it's all tongue-in-cheek, most kind of. But seeing the feedback being received, and they hit on, I think, basically all of the most important areas of feedback that we had. It's good to see. Now I'm gonna cross my hands here, and I'm gonna wait and see what what the response is. And we got some time for that, so let's continue to give them the feedback. We got more events starting tonight. come join me on Twitch. We're going to be going after that. But by and large, good to see. I have hope for Galactic Challenges after reading this post. Cautiously optimistic as always with Capital Games, but I am very, very interested to see what they look like after this exhibition period, because they really are hitting on in this post, I think, every problem that this game mode has right now. So fill up the comments below. What do you guys think about this? And as always, my brothers, don't forget,